Hello students, how are you? So again let's start with 6th standard science subject. Now we will see chapter number 15, air around us. In previous video students we have seen different activities like oxygen supports for burning. So we have seen that activity. We have seen oxygen is present in air. Now today in this video children we are going to see another activity, that is air is present in water also. Yes children, air is present in water also and air is present in soil also. So we will see these activities today. So first we will see how does the oxygen become available to animals and plants living in water and soil. How that aquatic animals and plants respiring in water. So for that we will see one activity. First we will see this activity. You can also do this activity, but to be careful, do under the supervision of your parents. Okay, now in this activity children, we have to take water in a container, we have to heat it, put the flame on of your gas burner and heat it. Now we observe tiny bubbles on the surface of vessel after some time. So you can do that activity and after that you can observe the bubbles. These bubbles come from air dissolved in water. From these bubbles are coming, is there any magic? No. These bubbles means they are coming out in the form of bubbles, that is air is present inside that water, and that bubbles are indicating that air is present in the water and that is dissolved. Okay, so these bubbles come from air dissolved in water, and that dissolved air or oxygen is that aquatic plants and animals using for respiration. Understood? Now activity we will see children. How will you show that air is dissolved in water? Take some water in a glass vessel or a beaker, heat it slowly on a tripod stand. Before the water begins to boil, look carefully, means before water is going to boil, before that you have to observe, and after the boiling you can observe the change. So at the inner surface of the vessel you can see bubbles. You will see tiny bubbles on inside. So on heating, air dissolved in water escapes in the form of this bubbles, means whatever the air is dissolved in water, it is escapes in the form of bubbles. So we will see this activity now.
Children, I have kept one vessel on a gas and the water starts boiling now. As you can see here, the bubbles are coming out from the bottom, as you can see. So this shows that water contains air.
So you have seen this activity. When I was boiling the water, at that time the bubbles were coming up. Okay, so these were the bubbles which were in the which were present in water, means that is dissolved air. Okay, and that air is escaping out from the water in the form of bubbles. So this is this activity. Now in the previous activity we have seen children that how aquatic animals and plants can use dissolved oxygen which is present in water. Now what about soil? The animals which are living in burrows or which are living inside the soil. So how they are breathing, how they are respiring. So soil has also air in it. Okay, and with the help of that they can take in oxygen. So we will see one activity. Take a lump of dry soil in a beaker or a glass. You can also do this activity. Add water to it and note what happens. Do you see bubbles coming out from soil? And these bubbles indicate the presence of air in the soil. As you will keep lump of soil in the water, at that time you can see bubbles are coming out. You can observe, you might have observed also children, when rain is coming, at that time when the first time rain is coming in the after summer season, at that time if the puddle of water is there, water is accumulating at one place, at that time you can see when rain is coming, at that time you can see the bubbles are also coming out. So that is the air which is present in the soil, and that is escaping out from the soil in the form of bubbles. So when the water is poured on the lump of soil, it displaces the air which it seen in the form of bubbles. So the organism that live inside the soil and the plant roots respire this air which is present already in the soil. A lot of burrows and holes are formed in deep soil by the animals living in the soil. These burrows also make spaces available for air to make in and out of the soil. However, when it rains heavily, water fills up all the spaces occupied by the air in the soil. Means water is going inside that soil, seepage occurs, right? Now in this situation, animals living in the soil have to come out for respiration. At that time you can see, you might have observed also children, when the rainy season is coming, when the full day or full night if rain is coming, at that time early in the morning you can hear the sound of the frogs. Okay, and during rainy season only snakes are coming out of soil. Okay, because why? This is only the reason, because that water is going inside that soil, that space is getting occupied by that water, right? Now they don't have any air for respiration, and that's why they are coming out from the soil. Could this be the reason why earthworms come out of the soil only during heavy rains? And that is only the reason during heavy rains the earthworms are also coming out from the soil, out of the soil, because that water seepage occurs. Water is going inside the soil. At that time the air which is filled in the soil, that is escaping in the form of bubbles. Now there is no air present now. So that's why earthworms are coming out of the soil during heavy rains. Okay, so have you ever wondered why all the oxygen of atmosphere does not get used up through a large number of organisms are consuming it, and who is refilling the oxygen in the atmosphere? And we can see children now many uses of air also. Air supports life. Okay, we all need air to survive. Air contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, which is useful for plants and animals. Plants can use carbon dioxide of the air to make their own food by the process called photosynthesis. Utilizing carbon dioxide and sunlight, they are preparing their food, water, sunlight and carbon dioxide. So how air supports life in plants and animals. Now we will see properties of air. That air occupies space, air is present everywhere including water and soil also. We have seen the activities also. Air is transparent, air is colorless, air is essential for life on earth. Now these properties we have seen children. Air occupies space, air filled in the balloons, tubes in the car, and because of that children our daily life is so easy. Okay, because air is filling inside the rubber tubes also, and then we can run vehicles. Air exerts pressure. In syringe you might have observed that in the syringe piston is there, and with the help of that they can take our blood, they can put syringes, give injections, and air has weight also. Okay, inflated balloon has weight, so air has weight also. Air and breathing. All living things, both plants and animals, respire. So when we breathe, we take in fresh air. This is called inspired air or inhaled air. And the air we breathe out called exhaled air or expired air. Blood in the lung take oxygen from the air we breathe in and carries it to all the parts of the body. Here it is used to burn food, which gives energy to work and to play and to do many functions. Now plants, in addition to respire, also carry out a process called photosynthesis. We have already seen children. In this process, plants prepare their own food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. And during this process, what released to the atmosphere children? That is oxygen. And that's why I have asked you one question, that how we are refilling that. Okay, how it is balanced, because one side carbon dioxide is utilized, on the other side oxygen is they are providing, the plants are providing oxygen to the atmosphere. So in this way it is a balance, it is a cycle. Now water vapor children, you know it very well, the importance of water vapor in water cycle. So water vapor in air is an important part of water cycle. As we have seen, evaporation and condensation takes place. Water vapors are rising up, and that's why they are going high up, and again condensation takes place, and again precipitations means rain is coming. So water vapor in air also plays very important role of water cycle. We have seen, children, in the previous video also that air is also necessary for burning. We have seen, children, that oxygen dissolved in water is used by aquatic organisms, because air is present in water, dissolved oxygen, and then oxygen present in air in between soil particles is used by the soil organisms. Use of nitrogen. So nitrogen does not support burning, you know it very well. Oxygen supports for burn, right? But it is an important plant nutrient, children. So that is also very important. And carbon dioxide used by the plants for photosynthesis, you know it very well. Carbon dioxide can extinguish fire also, children. As you can see it in the picture, many uses of air are there. We have already seen many uses. Okay, birds are flying, aeroplane, then we have seen windmill, okay, balloon, then we have seen that many activities are possible because of dispersal of seeds are also taking place through air. You can see tires are also there. So many, you can see water cycle. So many uses of air are there in our day-to-day life. Now at last, children, we will see uses of air. You know it very well. So it is used for breathing purpose. It is used for burning fuels to make fire. It helps birds, bat and insects in flying. It plays an important role in water cycle in nature, we have already seen. In chapter 14 also we have seen, children. Compressed air is used in tires of various kinds of vehicles. You can see with the help of that pump we are filling the air inside that tube tires. Okay, so that is also important, compressed air. And it also helps in the dispersal of seeds and pollens of flowers of several plants. So it is helpful for pollination also. So in this way, the different components of air are also important, and air is also important for our life. So these are different uses of air. In this way, children, in this whole chapter we have seen activities, and these are related to your day-to-day life. So you can do it at home and you can make your own notes. All activities, you are very familiar with that boiling water, you are very familiar. Then if you are putting soil in the water, bubbles are coming out. So these are very easy and day-to-day life activities. Please do at home, read the lesson very carefully, and I will ask you question related to this video during online session. So please watch it carefully. Thank you for watching video.